Happy Tuesday, everyone. Today we're doing our last lesson on figurative language, and it is called alliteration. Alliteration is when the beginning of the sound of a word is repeated over and over again close together. So you've got some examples here. I'll read to you. I'm in your figurative language packet, page 28. So Tommy took 2 tomatoes. Each word starts with a t. So when you have words that are close together that start with the same sound, that's called alliteration. Another one is please pass the plate. Okay, so they each start with a p sound and they're close together. Beautiful blue butterflies all start with a b. Okay, so directions. Use at least 3 words from each box to create an alliterative sentence. You can use other words too. So I'm looking at number 1. I'm going to use Sam saw some slippery seals. Seal's not in that list, but I made that one up because you're allowed to do that. You can use different words. And all of those words in that sentence start with a s. So it's alliteration. I'm going to look at number 2. Let's see. Paul planted pretty primrose flowers. I'm not going to use petunias. I'm going to use primrose flowers. Okay? So you can use those if you want, or you can make up your own. But do the same thing for 3 through 7. Okay? You can look at the words, but you can also make up different ones if you want to. At page 29, you're supposed to finish the alliteration. Now remember, alliteration is when the beginning sound of a word is repeated 2 or more times in a phrase or sentence. So your example for this one is, Gloria gathered great globs of glue. What is your alliteration sound? What do you keep hearing? G, right? So it says finish the sentences. Ben bought, Ben bought beautiful blueberry bundt cakes. Why not? Number 2. Little Lucy likes to lick lemon lollipops. It could be whatever you want as long as they all have the same beginning sound. And at the bottom of that page, it says to illustrate 2 of your alliterations. You know, illustrate is pictures, so draw 2 of the ones that you made. And those are your only 2 pages for today. So then you will do your graphic organizer for this poem. It's called Olympic Granny. You're listening for alliteration. When Grandma goes for gold in the Olympic Games this year, she'll laugh at her competitors, and make them quake with fear. She's 99 years old, but in athletics, she's been blessed. The trouble is she can't decide which sport she plays the best. She's such an ace at archery. She's queen of the canoe. She's tough to top at taekwondo and table tennis too. She dominates the diving board. She trumps the trampoline. At lifting weights and wrestling, she's the best you've ever seen. She speeds across the swimming pool to slake the summer heat. On BMX and mountain bike, she simply can't be beat. She's highest in the high jump and a champ at hammer throwing. Magnificent in marathons, remarkable at rowing. She beats the best at boxing. At the pole vault, she is peerless. Her fencing is the finest. She is positively fearless. She's masterful at basketball. She truly rules the court, and equally incredible at every other sport. But what we find astonishing and something of a shocker is how she wins all contests with her wheelchair and her walker. So there's your poem for the day, and you will do your graphic organizer for it. So you're listening for alliteration, but you can also be looking for onomatopoeia, hyperboles, personification, idioms, similes, metaphors, all of those things. There are lots of rhyming words, and there's definitely a pattern, so you have that to look for as well. I got a lot of mental images when I was reading that about grandma doing all of these crazy things. So fill out your graphic organizer. Make sure that in your packet you do pages 28 and 29. Man, Rue is not happy with me lately. So pages 28 and 29 in your figurative language packet, your graphic organizer for Olympic Granny, and I want you to think of a sport that you like. So, or just something athletic. She's driving me crazy. Rue! So, think of a sport you like. Maybe it's baseball, maybe it's dancing, maybe it's karate, maybe it's one of those. For me, it would be frisbee, right? It'd be frisbee. So, I want you to write a letter to the USA Olympics. And I want you to write them and tell them about your sport that you love so much and why you think it should be in the Olympics if it's not already. Or if it's already in the Olympics, you could pretend it's not. Or you could tell them why you think it's such a good idea to have that sport in the Olympics. So, write them a letter. USA Olympics. Why ultimate frisbee should be in the Olympics. You guys are crazy. I can't believe it's not in the Olympics. It requires a lot of running and athleticism, and people have to be really good athletes to be good at it. You should have it in the Olympics. You would also, when the plan sheet, which I have attached, says to say something about your life, you could tell them, or I would tell them about my life with Ultimate Frisbee and how I play, how long I've played, the rules, all that stuff. The next section where it says what you would like to do with the person you're writing to, you could tell the Olympic people how you guys could play that sport together. So I would tell them, hey, if you guys made this, in the Olympics, we could go and play a game together, and this is how you play, and this is why you should have it. And then you could ask them some questions like, why don't you have Ultimate Frisbee in the Olympics? Has anybody ever asked you to have Ultimate Frisbee in the Olympics? Have you ever played Ultimate Frisbee? All that stuff. So you are going to write your letter to the USA Olympics and get them to have your sport. And if they already have it, then you could just tell them why it's such a great idea that they have it already. So figurative language packet, Olympic Granny poem with the graphic organizer, and one friendly letter. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.